Hey everyone, how's it going? Hassan here. I want to do another quick little vlog for you to kind of actually, this time around, I needed some advice on something basically. I have a question. I want to see if you guys have more information because many of you probably do know more about this than I do. All my life I have had Windows PCs basically. Nothing against Macs, I just never really had them. And I really didn't get exposed to the Apple environment until I had, you know, my iPhone and I got my iPad and everything, and I love those. Those things are absolutely awesome. I'm looking forward to the new iPhone coming this year. Those have been great. And I've wanted a Mac more and more and more every year because with an iPhone or an iPad, you have that interconnectivity, and with a Mac, I always thought it would be interesting. You know, first of all, I always wanted to learn, just be familiar with a Mac. I mean, I know it's not that difficult or anything really probably, but I just wanted to kind of be familiar with a Mac. And especially now with the iPhone, iPad, just having that connectivity I thought would be really cool. So for the longest time, you know, they get very expensive because I buy a Windows PC, you know, like what, $500 or something, I can get something kind of decent. My current laptop is perfectly fine, no issues there or anything. So, you know, compare that to like a MacBook or something, you spend like 2 to 3 to 4 times the cost. Is that really worth it? That's a lot, you know? So that's kind of what has held me back all this time. And then when I started doing more of these YouTube videos, I thought about video editing, and I thought about how at the moment I use Windows Movie Maker on my laptop, which is really not the best thing, and I'd like to have more options for it. I know that there's iMovie, and I know that certain Macs, especially ones with a dedicated graphics card, can handle some of these video processing stuff a lot better. And my laptop is okay, you know, it's not like the best or anything, so to have something like really good and powerful, I think would be really nice to do more video editing stuff. So that was another reason recently that it kind of made me get back into looking at Macs and kind of deciding. And then eventually I said, you know what, all right, I'll still hold off on it. It's still not worth it just yet. And now, with the recent keynote by Apple, they announced the new programming language, Swift, for developing iOS apps. Now, I've always been really interested in creating an app or something, just getting to learn it and get to know what it's been like. And I always thought about it, but in order to actually create an app, you need a Mac. So I never could do it. And you know, when the Apple announced Swift, I thought now would be a great time because this is like a fresh new programming language, and I can really delve into it. It's going to be a hot topic right now, and it would be really interesting to get into it. And it also so happens that for my university, we have a capstone project that we have to kind of work on over the next year. And potentially, I could even try and develop an app or something for it. So everything kind of, you know, I'm getting more and more reasons now. Instead of just first I want it to kind of look at it and learn what a Mac is to video editing, now it's actually like I want to get into programming, and this is kind of school related now, and I think I could use this for my capstone project. So now I think I have like a legitimate reason to justify purchasing a Mac. So I'm willing to do that. And I know it's expensive. I know especially some of the ones I'm looking at might be very expensive, but if it's for school and everything, it's like an investment to me. You know, like this is something that, you know, I want to have and use for a while. And so to me now, since I can actually use it for school and everything, I think that makes it kind of worth it. So I wanted to kind of get all of your feedback on this and see. I'll explain what I'm thinking of buying, and then I'd like to know if you guys agree, disagree, and why, if you have any other suggestions, as well as any places to like get it on sale or something. I'm looking to probably get it like around now, like not like this second, but like, you know, I mean, anytime now. But because basically I gave you my reasons, right? Like I want to first of all get familiar with Macs, I want to get into video editing, but most importantly I want to get into the programming and start developing an app or learn how to do that. And I want to do that over the summer. So that way when the fall starts, you know, I'll be able to kind of delve into it a bit further. So I'd like to get started as soon as possible, basically. So I'm not looking, I know they may release new MacBook Pros or something at the end of the year, is looking later on this year in the fall, but that's going to be too late for me, you know? So what I was looking at on the Apple Store, so now that you guys know exactly what I need, I know they have a discount for students. So on some models, I don't know how much of a discount, I guess it ranges, but I was looking at, I wanted something with a dedicated graphics card. That's something that multiple friends of mine have recommended to me, to have a dedicated graphics card, especially for the video editing and just to have some good quality, you know, top performance stuff. I'd like to have, you know, a dedicated graphics card. So that kind of cut down certain options there. So I don't believe any of the MacBook Airs have a dedicated graphics card. I think only like the MacBook Pro does. And I did actually consider like the iMac, because I was like, do I really need something portable or not? And ultimately I decided that I think it might be worth it to have something that is portable, especially because if my laptop ends up dying in a couple of years, if Macs really are truly good quality and can last a while, then I'll have a MacBook ready to use. And especially, you know, if I'm developing an app, I can carry around my laptop, show people, and all sorts of things. So I think the portability might actually be important. So it needs to be portable, and I'd like a dedicated graphics card. So that pretty much only gave me one option. I was looking at like the MacBook Pros. I'll kind of show you on the Apple Store website here. So none of these have a dedicated graphics card except the top model of MacBook Pro right there. The 15-inch 2.3 gigahertz processor with Retina display. There's your dedicated graphics card, the NVIDIA one right there. So that kind of narrowed things down. But some of the other stuff that I was looking at, Retina display would be nice, but I mean 13, 15-inch didn't really matter to me. But the storage, 512 gigs flash storage. I know it's not that great, but I'd want that as a minimum. You know, I don't know that I could do 256 or 128. Yes, obviously you can always get an external drive and do that for storage, but for a laptop that's portable, I want something that I can just, you know, have a decent amount of storage to start off with, and I can always expand it later and use an external hard drive or whatever. So that's another thing there. I did want something 512. So with the 13-inch, they have this 512, but that's no dedicated graphics card. So basically, anyways, it kind of came down to this one here, the 15-inch, 2.3 gigahertz with Retina display. Regular price is $2,600. Student discount, $2,400. That's quite a bit, but it kind of, this is the one that fits everything that I want. And for me, if I'm going to be spending that much, like even if I'm spending $1,000, $1,500 or something, if I'm going to spend that much, I'm not going to be doing it that often. You know, it's not like an iPhone. I'm not going to upgrade every 2 years. If I get one, I'm getting one until the thing like falls apart. You know what I mean? So once I pass the 1,000, 1,500 range, yes, it gets quite expensive, you know, even after that, but it's kind of like, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, yes, it is something to think about for sure. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of a, it's something to just kind of consider a little bit. So then the question is, I guess to all of you, what do you think of that? For somebody that, like me, that wants something with at least 512 gigabytes of built-in storage, I want dedicated graphics card, portability, and yeah, I guess that's it. Like, for those qualities right there, what other things could I get with a Mac? I think this is my only option, unless you guys have other suggestions or something. Yeah, you know, I did think about, you know, buying used or something. But for me, it's like, if I'm going to buy it new, or not new, if I'm going to buy it used, chances are it may not have any, you know, warranty that it comes with, however long, 1, 2, 3, however long the warranty is. I'd want some sort of a warranty. You know, when you buy it directly from Apple, you do have some of that warranty there. And then the other factor to kind of consider is, yes, I could buy a refurbished, but I don't see that much of a discount on it. I see, you know, because I mean, with the student price, maybe you might get a decent discount off the regular price, but with the student pricing, I don't see that much of a discount from what I could really look into it there. So, you know, if it's only a minor difference, then I might as well just buy it new, you know. So that's just kind of, that's another thing there. I tried looking on Best Buy's website. Their price was cheaper than the regular price, but not as cheap as the student price. I think it was $70 more than the student price that Apple offers. So I guess I'm just going to turn this over to you now. You know what I want. You know what I'm looking for. This is what I'm thinking is best for me, but I have no experience at all with Macs. I really have no experience. So anything that you guys can offer, if you agree or disagree with what I said, any suggestions, this is kind of an investment for me, especially for school, but also for the videos, for everything else that I do. This is a big investment for me if I do end up getting it. And then, you know, if you know of a good place that sells it, can get discount or something, anything, let me know. And also any, like, I don't know, tips and tricks for Macs, you know, if I do end up getting this, any like starter guides or something. I mean, for somebody that's grown up with Windows, I don't know if there's like certain little quirks that I should be familiar with or anything. So things like that, let me know. I'd always be interested to hear what you all have to say. So that is that. We'll see what happens. I will let you all know for sure. If whatever I end up deciding, post in the comments, give me your feedback. Whatever I end up deciding, I will let you all know, and I'll do a vlog about it and everything, and I'll keep you all posted on that. So that's that. I know I haven't posted many reviews lately because I just have so much stuff going on. This month is seriously like one of the busiest months of my life. It has been absolutely just crazy. I had family over this past weekend, and so I spent, you know, a decent amount of the weekend with that. Even with all the fun stuff going on, Mario Kart and the E3 coming up, the Apple keynote, all that stuff. Just so much stuff going on. Work is super, super busy. This month is crazy. School, just a couple more weeks of the summer semester. Like literally everything is happening at once. It is insane. So I apologize for not posting too many reviews. I still have a lot to review, and I will get to that ASAP. But I do have to focus on school and stuff first, you know, so that's why I'm also looking at this to kind of think ahead and be prepared, because if I'm going to get into programming or something with Swift, then I want to get started as soon as I can. So yeah, so that's that. So let me know what you all think. It's late. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I will let you know what I decide. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.